You're there for a reason.
I know, I'm there for a reason.
One of the other big things that jumps out at me for this part of your story, Cairn, is the fact that you bottled everything up, never told anybody.
Yeah.
Which is the exact opposite of really what you should do. I totally understand and respect why you did it. But, you know, for anybody, you know, what would your advice be to anybody listening to your story?
Honestly, just talk to someone. That's the best thing you could do. That my biggest regret is bottling it up and not telling anyone, because I bottled it up. I made myself so depressed, so anxious, and honestly, at the end of the day, it wasn't worth it. You know, it was just always make sure you've got someone to talk to them. You know, just be honest. You know, it could do you the world of difference. You know, because you're already so mentally drained and physically drained, and that having that on top of that is the worst thing that you can do. You know, and obviously that was a bit that almost was the worst bit. You know, was the bottling it up and the mental side of it. I almost would say that was worse than the physical aspect. Yeah,
because I think just listening to you, you're doing your utmost to lie to yourself.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, it's effectively, aren't you? But you're lying to the people that love you, who are so worried about you in the first place. And you know, I think it's a message that comes through, and I've mentioned it loads of times on the Gutsy podcast, is talk. It might feel the most alien thing for some people to do, but like talking and sharing and getting that help, you know, and you know, a phrase that comes through very often on this is find your tribe.
Yeah,
you know,
that's
find
it.
I know you've found yours.
I know, I sure have.
We'll get into that.
You need to get to that, absolutely.
We'll get that a bit later. But at the time, it's so important to talk and try and work things out. So I'm not glad that you regret it in any way, shape or form, but I'm glad that you recognise it, and I'm glad that your story can there'll be people out there that will be bottling things up just now.
Yeah, and that's why I do like my social media thing. I'm always open about it. I tell everyone about it, everyone that I know, I meet and everything know about it. And that's just because I always want to give someone the opportunity to have someone to talk to, because that's something I never had. I didn't know anyone with this disease. I didn't know anything about it. I was the only one. I felt dead alone with it. And, you know, this was like, I was going through this full thing alone. And I honestly, I would have done anything to have what I have now, like then, you know, that would have done me so much good.